Hello and welcome to Todd Rolls Dice, where today we are back. It's day 14 of our Grotmas Calendar, everybody, and it's the Big Green. The Big Green is here. Dreaming of a green Christmas. I would sing it, but you don't want to hear that. Now listen here, you horrible grots. Here come the Orks of the Taktikal Brigade for today's Grotmas Calendar Detachment. I think the Orks need a serious range refresh, but they're just so happy, aren't they? They're just happy little big mushrooms. The Orks of the Bloodaxe clan seek to apply their own brand of tactics to their every engagement. The most cunning of commanders have adapted the strategies of other species into a unique brand of clandestine warfare that, while comparatively simplistic, remains brutally effective. Bringing a new level of cunning to Ork warfare, the Listen Here rule lets Ork players issue tactics through their warboss and mech units, through judicious bellowing and the occasional cracking of a few heads. These leaders can enhance their troops' sneaking prowess, remind them to aim before shooting, and when push comes to shove, really get stuck in. Entirely in keeping with the Bloodaxe preferences for unconventional warfare, the Taktikal Brigade grants Stormboys units the battle line keyword. This focus on the fringe elements of Orky culture continues into the enhancements and stratagems. With Mech Captain, Ork players can add a big mech to their flash kits, so these gun-crazy show-offs can re-roll their hit rolls. That's pretty nice. While with Dead Sneaky, they may return Commandos and Stormboys back into strategic reserves to strike from an unexpected direction in later turns. That's nice. While you're on the downloads page, why not check out the new data sheets for Tank Busters and Breaker Boys and the Bomb Squig. These Orks appear first in Kill Team Brutal and Cunning Box, which will be getting their own release soon. The Tank Buster date sheets replaces the ones in Codex Orks. But tomorrow, you're in the Guard, son. And here we are with the Taktikal Brigade. Make it bigger. There we go, it's bigger now. Detachment rule, listen here. Once per battle round in your command phase, or after being set up on the battlefield in your movement phase, each boss, snickered, mech, or warboss model in your army can issue tactics abilities. Okay, so Orks now have orders. That's cool. To do so, select one or two of the tactics abilities below and select one friendly Ork unit within 6 inches of that model to issue them to. If you select 2 tactics, that model must take a leadership test. If failed, the unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. So you still get your 2 tactics until the start of your next command phase. The selected unit is affected by the selected tactics. A unit cannot have tactics issued to it in this way more than once per battle round. So what have we got? Get stuck in. You can reroll charge rolls made for this unit. It's nice. Get on with it. Add 1 to the strength characteristic of melee weapons equipped by models in that unit. Nice. And sneaky stalking. Infantry and mounted models excluding Mega Knobs in this unit have the stealth ability, and each time a ranged attack targets this unit, those models have the benefit of cover against that attack. That's nice. And shooter drills. Each time an infantry or mounted model in this unit makes a ranged attack, add 1 to the hit roll. All generally nice stuff. And keywords, Stormboys units in your army gain the battle line keyword, which is quite nice. Enhancements. Squad Leader, 15 points. Warboss model only. During the Declare Battle Formation setup, the bearer can attach to a Commandos unit. While leading a Commandos unit, it has the Infiltrators and Stealth abilities. Fairly nice. Mech Captain, 35 points. Big Mech with Mega Armor, or Big Mech with Shock Attack Gun, model only. During the Declare Battle Formation step, the bearer can be attached to a Flash Gits unit. Each time a model in the bearer's unit makes a ranged attack, you can reroll a hit roll. 35 points is a lot, but I think that's probably quite strong, is it? Orks Cunning, 15 points. Orks model only. After both players have deployed their armies, select up to 3 Ork units from your army and redeploy them. When doing so, you can set those units up in strategic reserves, regardless of how many units are already in strategic reserves. We saw something like that with the Eldari. It's, again, just very nice. And finally, Gob Boomer, 10 points. Warboss or mech model only. Each time the bearer issues tactics, it can do so to a friendly Orks infantry or Orks mounted unit within 18 inches instead of 6. I like it. And actually, you could use that Goth Rocker Christmas model. Would be quite funny to just have him blasting out and blaring out orders up to 18 inches away. Obviously use the stats and the profile of a war boss, but you know, that's just the way my brain goes. Overall, seeming quite nice and fits the theme. What's that, a rocket boy? I don't know. I don't know what Ork names are. They obviously just needed to fill the page up. Stratagems. They're all 1 CP. We have 2 battle tactic and 4 strategic. That's ours. When? Command phase. Target 1 Orks unit from your army that is within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. Effect. Until the start of the next command phase, add 1 to the OC characteristic of models in your unit. That's quite nice. Fight proper. When? Fight phase. Surprisingly. Target 1 Orks infantry or Orks mounted unit from your army that has not been selected to fight this phase. Effect. Select the Sustained Hits 1 or Lethal Hits ability, we've seen this before quite a few times recently. Until the end of the phase, melee weapons equipped by models in your unit have that selected ability. Yeah, all round just nice. Tactical Retreat. When your movement phase just after an Orks unit from your army falls back. Target that Orks unit. Until the end of the turn, your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn in which it fell back. Very nice. Crunching Descent. When your charge phase just after a Stormboys unit from your army ends a charge move. Target that Stormboys unit. Effect. Select 1 enemy unit within engagement range of your unit, then roll 1d6 for each model in your unit that is within engagement range of that enemy unit. For each 4 up, that enemy unit suffers 1 mortal wound to a maximum of 6 mortal wounds. Again, just generally quite nice. On to the next. When your opponent's movement phase just after an enemy unit falls back. Target 1 Orks unit from your army that was within engagement range of that enemy unit at the start of the phase. Effect. Your unit can make a normal move of up to 6 inches. Wow, that seems quite strong. I really like that. And finally, Dead Sneaky. When the end of your opponent's fight phase, target 1 Commandos or Stormboys unit from your army that is not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. Effect. Remove your unit from the battlefield and place it into strategic reserves. Straightforward, nice and easy, and Stormboys are battle line so you can use them as bouncing around objectives. I don't think there's anything bad in here at all. Again, the last 3 or 4 detachments, what did we have? We had Chaos on day 12. Yeah, so the Chaos detachment and then the 2 Space Elves, Sticky Space Elves, have been good. And this just reads really good. This actually, I don't know what the Ork detachments are in the Codex because I haven't seen the Ork Codex. And honestly, I wouldn't be that inclined to buy it. But then reading this just sounds really fun. Like, really fun. I like all the stratagems, I like the enhancements, and I just like the idea of Orks thinking that they're tactical geniuses. I have nothing bad to say about this. Generally I don't anyway. Stratagems are all usable, enhancements are all usable, the orders are all usable, making a unit battle line is quite strong. Yeah. Tactical Brigade brings a completely different slant to how Orks play, I would assume. It tries to sort of keep them a little bit more strategic and regimented. Yeah, I mean, the only change that I probably would have made is instead of this selected unit suffering D3 mortal wounds, I would have had it, if you issue 2, roll a leadership test. If they fail, they only get 1 instead of the 2. So, but then I suppose there needs to be a negative for trying to do 2, doesn't there? Or if they fail, they get 1, but they also become battle shocked because they're kind of stupefied by what they've been asked to do. I don't know, I mean it works either way. Suffering D3 mortal wounds when something goes wrong isn't a bad thing. It's fairly tried and tested with 10th, I think. Yeah, no, this is really nice. Cannot fault it at all. Let me know what you think, especially Orks players, let me know what you think in the comments. Because this might just be scratching that itch that you never knew you had. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.